Hello everyone, this is Brian Bentley of CoinOpTV, bringing you gameplay footage of Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch on the PlayStation 3. The demo for this game just came out this week, and I wanted to bring you some gameplay footage and commentary to help you make up your mind yourself. So when you're playing this demo, there are two different quests that you can do. There's kind of an early quest when you're level 4 or so, when you're in the forest and you're kind of learning the ropes about the battle mechanics, and it kind of walks you through a lot of that. This is Eruption Interruption, where you're at a volcano that is about to explode and you must stop it. So you are Oliver, the young boy who has traveled from our world to this world in order to save his mother. Now, along with Oliver, he has a companion that's there with a lantern on his nose. That's Mr. Drippy. Mr. Drippy is the king of the fairies and has helped you get to this world. The little girl Esther, I honestly don't know anything about, and I'm looking forward to finding out more about that part of the story when we get to it. Alright, so right now we have 3 minutes to get to the top of the volcano to stop it, and we're going to get into some battles. So I recorded a few battles for your viewing pleasure. You'll notice that right off the bat, the enemies have cute little names. My personal favorite is, it's not in this particular recording, but in the other adventure, it's the sheep enemy, and it's called a bartender. So right now I'm using Vegemite. He's kind of a melee class, and that's so at first when I first started playing this, I kind of thought it was rather simple. And I was kind of like, I don't know how I feel about this. But as I started playing more and more, I began to realize how the battle system is much, much deeper. Level 5 did a really great job with a lot of the RPG elements, especially the battle system. Obviously, I don't know all the in and outs. Speaking of which, I also like Hullabaloo. That's a good one. So right off the bat, you have different strategies as some of the enemies and your familiars, kind of have Pokemon aspects to them. So I used Brian, who has a water Pokemon, familiar. So he's a water familiar, and he was going against Small Fry, which is a fire familiar, or fire creature. So you kind of have that rock, paper, scissors mentality, and that's just part of the strategy. There's also a tactics aspect to it while you're on the field of battle. You can, of course, play as yourself, as Oliver. He has some magic spells, not really strong in the melee area, but he does have some magic spells he can use, or you can use a familiar that you have caught in the field. And I'm going to bring this up kind of while we're in this next battle. So when you see the GUI come up, I'll pick my familiar. Now you'll notice on the left-hand side that the one for Brian, there's a little circle around him, and it's kicking down. So part of the strategy, or part of the tactics that you're using on the battlefield, are you can't have a familiar that just sits out there the entire battle. So as it gets tired, you would have to throw your familiars in and out in order, exchange them. So I pulled Brian out, and you can see the bar filling back up. He is regaining his stamina. I'm going to throw a little fireball here to give everyone a break, and then it's going to be time to pull out a new familiar. And hopefully end this battle quickly. You and the familiars, of course, share the HP bar and the magic points bar, and we've won. So there's probably about 4 or 5 more battles before I get to the end boss. So I just kind of skip those. As soon as I jump over the lava thing, we'll move on to more story elements. So I just really liked a lot of the RPG elements that are built into the game and the battle system itself. Now we fast forward, we have some more events we kind of have to move our way through and move into the story portion. So like I said, the RPG parts are really great. Level 5 did looks like they've done a fantastic job with it. And I mean, you probably have seen them in like Professor Layton games or White Knight Chronicles. So they have a great history behind them. And if you haven't been able to tell yet, the art style is absolutely gorgeous. All the characters, everything is hand-drawn by Studio Ghibli. You probably have seen Maybe I've seen one of their animated films, Ponyo, Spirited Away. There's a bunch of other feature-length animated films that they've done, all absolutely amazing to look at. The art is, I don't really have enough to say about it. It's just unbelievable. I love it. Alright, so now we're gonna get into kind of a boss mode. So like I said, you're Oliver, and you're trying to find your mother, and she's been taken away by the evil Shadar, who we're about to meet.
You came, boy, as I knew you would.
Is that...
Creaky is flipping Shadar!
Shadar?
Uh-oh. Alright, so we talked about the art in the RPG, and now we're going to get into a boss battle with Moltan, the Lord of Lava. Which kind of makes me think of, Dude, Where's My Car? Zoltan. Except it's Moltan. And of course, just with any battle that you have at the boss battle that you go through, it's all about finding the weakness and then exploiting it. So I'm going to pull out my water familiar, and obviously staying away from his giant fire breath. Now I'm going to tell you straight out, I cheated a little bit. I tried this already once before doing the recording, and the thing is, get his tail, and then you get quote-unquote chance. So one of the things you can do, other than, of course, then he tells you, oh, by the way, guess what? You just found his weak point. Yeah, I know. There's also these little glowy balls, these golden balls, that'll give you supercharge you. And this would be really cool if he actually doesn't hit me right as I'm trying to do my supercharge move. Right. So I screwed that up. Alright, now I'm going to flip back and we're going to go ahead and go through the process again of exploiting his weaknesses. But I really like that you have this sort of open battlefield. It kind of reminds me almost of the Tales games. You can go back and read my review of Tales of Grace's Husk here on the site. But it does have more of an action feel to this part of the game, which I like. Think about how, these spaces are very wide open. It really took me a lot to get there. Of course, now I'm going to use my Cut Loose. Pull up my melee class in order to do some damage, which it didn't really do as much damage as I was kind of thinking it would. Alright, and so I'm actually happy because I'm going to pull out... boss fights. They actually have these kind of super weapons. Now notice that I picked Defend, and I was only damaged for 7, and Esser's Familiar was damaged for 30. So you it's another part of the game you have to be ready for. I'm actually going to be able to get a supercharged ball here, and we're going to drop a ground swell on him, which is going to pull big rocks out of the ground on top of him, or underneath him, I suppose. But the important thing is, so you kind of not only have to worry about attacking, but you have to worry about defending as well. So there is more to the boss battles than you think. All right, we've almost got Moltan down for the count. So you'll actually see. So remember when I was talking about the recharge bars? You'll notice that I've already used up probably about 40% of Brian's, his thing. So now I'm down to. So now it's kind of blinking red. It's getting ready. I'm gonna have to pull somebody else in to. I don't know why I'm attacking just with attack, but that's not the point. So it was actually really neat to be able to have 25 minutes in each of the areas. It gives you a chance, especially in the forest one. Oh, I better here. Now I'm using evade instead of defend as he's doing his giant attack. So it was nice because after I defeated the boss in the grassland one, I was able to kind of roam around a bit and check out some more interesting, areas. I ran out of magic points. Nice. So I'm gonna have to. I'm going back, and now I'm playing as Oliver. I'm gonna, recharge our magic points, and we're gonna go ahead and bring Brian back out again, so that we can try to finish off Moltan. Oh, the first big attack coming. So, if you have any questions or comments, make sure you leave them down below, and make sure you like our video. And I'm hoping to have a review of this out when the game comes out at the end of January. So stay tuned to CoinOp for that. Alright, it's pretty much over. So anyway, I guess we'll start wrapping things up now. Make sure you subscribe to the CoinOp YouTube channel. I'm not really sure what I'm doing. Oh, there's a good example of, like, you're running out of time for your guy, and so it kind of shows a... I gotta pull him out because he's dying, or he's running out of stamina. I don't know what I'm doing, to be perfectly honest. Oh, there he is. He's gone. All right, I think that's it for me. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can be one of the first to know whenever we have brand new original content or trailers out there for you to peruse. And I just want to thank you for watching. Nino Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch. I'm Brian Bentley, and I'll see you next time.